right, everybody, welcome back to In the Mind of Music. Joining us on the phone, we've got a Chicago band that formed in 2013, calling themselves Bubbles Erotica. We have Colin on the phone. Colin, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? I also have my singer Phil here.
Oh, Phil. Hey, how's it going?
How's
Sorry
it
about
going?
that.
That's
Hey.
okay. It's cool. Hey, how's it going?
No, it's going great. Thanks, guys, for calling. We are very excited to talk to you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
No, of course. So I just got to get this question first, taken care of. Bubbles Erotica, I guess when I heard that name, I was just like, kind of really got amused there and just was wondering, what on earth made you guys name your band Bubbles Erotica?
I think, well, it came from a System of a Down song, actually. We used to,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Is that what you were guessing?
Yes, I knew it. I was like, this sounds so familiar. What on earth made them call it Bubbles Erotica?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's kind of how we became a band is through learning System of a Down songs together. And we actually used to do a tribute to System of a Down. And that's where we cut our teeth as a band.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Were you guys just listening to us talk about the pros of covering songs in your band? I don't know if you guys are listening to the show.
We didn't hear that. We didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, one of the pros I was talking about was that it helps you as a musician because you're learning all these new songs and you could definitely create some of your own stuff, based on influences from songs that you cover. So that's great. You guys just proved my point. Thank you.
Definitely. At least in the starting. Sometimes we have issues where people only want to hear us cover songs and we want to get our original stuff out there. But it definitely helped us come together and gel as a band.
Okay.
It's a great way to like you say, like cut your teeth, get used to playing with each other, getting into the clubs and getting, your first shows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No. So it always works out, but yeah, we don't want to always be pigeonholed to be a cover band. So it's one of those things. It's like a catch-22 for us.
Sure. So, you guys just kind of took care of the question. I kind of got ahead of myself because the theme of the show is whether or not releasing covers of other bands' songs is a good idea or a bad idea for bands. So you guys kind of just answered that question for sure. Because you guys did one on your album, actually. You guys tracked I Put a Spell on You, right? Like back when you started?
Yeah, that was a while ago. We did. Well, I mean, like, do you mean like doing renditions of other people's music, like as opposed to being strictly a cover band?
Yeah.
Band? Yeah. No. I mean, we definitely we entertain the idea of like taking other people's songs and doing your own spin on it. We definitely entertain that idea, which is what we did for I Put a Spell on You.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it.
Honestly, just to touch on what you just brought up, I think it's funny because a lot of people get really confused. They don't understand the difference between a cover and a cover band. And I think we were trying to, cover band. There's tribute band is a little bit different than a cover band. A tribute band, you're actually just playing that one band and you're naming yourself something like that. So there's a tribute band that's like dedicated to one band. Then you've got a cover band that just plays other bands' music. And then you have a band that's doing a cover that is a band that's doing an original form of somebody else's song.
Right.
Exactly, yes.
And I think that's best case scenario, at least for an original band.
Yeah.
To take it and to make it your own, for sure.
Sure. Okay, guys, I apologize. I totally took this interview totally off, like towards the end of the questions, but let's get back on track on this interview here.
No problem.
Okay.
I thought you said talking to Phil Collins for a second.
Oh, no. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did that too.
We've got Phil and Collins on the phone.
All right, let's get back on the interview, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am totally not editing this out because this is too funny. All right, you guys have a sense of humor, I know. All right, so you guys are from Chicago music scene that on your website is described as a very cutthroat music scene. So what is the biggest challenge you face when keeping your band ahead, relevant, and so unique in that environment, Chicago?
I think when we describe it as a cutthroat music scene, it was more or less like the idea that, well, I mean, I feel like the kind of music that we play, we try to keep ourselves different than like what's being done, and so we don't really like fit in to a specific scene. Like we're not a part of the metal scene, or we're not a part of the punk scene. We're not a part of like the underground hardcore scene. So in that sense, it's difficult for us, and it's hard to shine. But at the same time, we kind of wear that as like a sense. It's a pride for us. We try to be different. We try to be unique, and stand out from the rest. That there's anything wrong with punk or metal, because we love punk and metal too. It's just, what we're trying to accomplish aesthetically is just different.
So yeah, I saw that a lot, and actually in hearing some of the tracks that was sent to me by your publicist Tracy and George, shout out to her.
Yes, shout out to Tracy and George.
Yes, of course, her and Tom, amazing people. So so kind of that leads into my other question. You guys had Elephants Never, right? The 4-song EP, and now a self-titled album coming out tomorrow, in fact. You guys are full steam ahead, and reviews have stated that this is a whole new take on rock and roll, with the album touching on so many genres from 80s new wave to electronic hard rock and surfer rock, just to add that unexpected twist to it all. So after this ship sails tomorrow, right? Are you guys planning a tour?
We definitely are.
Want to, we haven't gotten any specifics yet, but we're definitely working towards those aims for sure.
Ooh, sweet.
So are you guys planning on going out with just yourselves, or are you guys going to take some more bands from Chicago with you?
We would love to go on tour with some friends of ours. Right now, there's a lot up in the air, but we just did an album release show this past Saturday with our buddies in Killing Gods.
Oh, nice.
We would love to hit the road with them if we can, if we could.
Sure.
But we're just scheduling everything. It's we're trying to figure out the specifics.
Okay.
And do you guys have any connections with Orion 9 out there?
Through Orion 9, is that a band?
Yeah, they're a fairly large, more metal band out in Chicago out there.
Oh,
we're actually not familiar.
I'm not familiar with them. No.
Yeah, take a look. I'm pretty sure they're still doing their thing.
I think they're bigger than us here in Tucson. Usually here in Tucson, we're a small town. I mean, we kind of know all the bands in Tucson. All the bands know each other. So I'm sure it's very different from Chicago, Tucson.
Yeah, the singer of Orion 9's doing does the revivalist like festival thing that they do out there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You may have just turned us on to a whole new area that we're not familiar with.
Yes.
There you go.
I will send you some information, because they do a lot of good stuff out there. I've performed out there a couple of times with them. Good guys.
So that's what we do here.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Exchange information.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you hit it on the head. There's a lot of bands in Chicago, and there's a lot of different scenes and stuff. So it may be, it's hard to keep track of everybody.
Right. I'm sure it could.
And we're always like looking for like bands to play with. I mean, we just try to, especially like, see, it's interesting for us. Like we find ourselves in a weird spot, because sometimes we're either like the heaviest band on the bill, or like we're like the lightest band on the bill. But they can always work in our favor. So we're always looking for new bands to play with and to spread our wings a little bit. And we definitely will check out Orion 9. That sounds cool.
Yeah, Orion 9 will work great with you guys. My band was running into the same issue. We were always right in the middle, because we're not like metal, but we're also not rock. So people were, if in the metal scene, they're like, oh, you guys are a bunch of pussies. And then in the rock scene, they're like, you guys are fucking hardcore, crazy, heavy. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we played a show in Nashville, and everyone there thought we were like a death metal band. We're like, we're not death metal at all.
No. Not at all.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting, like how different places, how different crowds react to our music.
Oh yeah, especially based off the bands you play with too. So
I know. I mean, different ears, different tastes. So one thing that drew me to your guys' band, okay, outside of the music that you play, is the way that you all market yourselves on social media. I like that there are these photoshopped versions of classic movie posters that a lot of us have grown up that drew the audience to pay attention to the band, that draw the audience, basically. You guys have posters such as the Addams Family made into the Bubbles Family, and Paranormal Activity into Bubbles Activity, House of a Thousand Corpses into House of a Thousand Bubbles, and many others. I could go on. So
Big Bubble in Little China.
Responsible? Who is the graphic artist responsible for that? Because I do that for my friends, and I've never seen that done before. And you guys just kind of like
blew
my mind. I was like, oh my God, there are people out there like me, dorks just like me. I gotta like know these people.
Yeah, actually, there's an artist that we work with. Her name's Janet Debris. We pitched the idea to her to do something like that.
Yeah.
And we made a list of like our favorite, Halloween themed, whether it's horror or just Halloween themed movies, and then
sci-fi, yeah.
Yeah, or sci-fi too, and just went with it,
Yeah, so we called it the 31 Days of Bubbles Erotica. We've done it 2 years in a row now.
Oh my God, I love
can't wait
it.
till the next one.
Yeah, we're debating if like next year we'll do like 31 days of like Christmas movies or something like.
Oh heck yes!
We're running out of horror.
We're running out of horror movies. I mean, I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of them, but it's just like I don't know, like the ones that I'm inspired by. It's like I just feel like it's. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's so cool.
We weren't planning on doing it last year, but then it was like I think like a couple days before like October 1st, we're like, no, let's just do it again. Why not?
No, I think it's genius.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's genius because it just draws people. You know what I mean? Like it's so cool.
The It Bubbles one is awesome.
Yeah. Well, we could have an interview show just on that, but let's we kind of got the point here. So
we're glad you guys noticed that because that's kind of like we always try to be
creative.
Just creative and like that. It's fun for us to do stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
Well, yeah. I will concur. Keep it up and don't stop doing it.
Yeah,
Keep
kudos to Janet, right? Janet.
Yes, Janet Debris. Yeah.
Yeah, because she and we have a lot of similar skills. I don't know if you guys have seen mine.
Well, she's done some of the same or same movies.
Yeah.
We saw. I think you made a post not too long ago, and we saw some of your work. So yeah, that's awesome. Really awesome. We're glad that you do that as well. It's a lot of fun.
That's so cool. Yeah. All right, so moving on. Let's talk about the music industry. Let's get kind of a little bit serious here. I noticed that you guys are independent at this time. Not sure if you guys are shopping the album to labels, but from your point of view, how easy is it for a band to just stay independent these days and succeed while doing so?
Good question.
Thanks.
It's probably easier than ever. But I think with that, it also brings new challenges.
Yep.
The internet is an amazing tool, and you can get your word out to everybody, really, in reality, depending on how it goes. But with that, there's also a lot of other people doing the same thing. So competing for people's time and attention can be challenging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's so many tools out there. I mean, websites like Bandcamp and Indie Tour Bus and things like that. Just helping bands really do it on their own. It's probably easier than ever.
Yeah, I would definitely concur with that statement. It's probably the easiest it's ever been. And I think what you were kind of touching on there is that I think a lot of people, when they get into a band and they start trying to do it independently, they're not thinking about all the things that go into being a band. They're only thinking write music, record music, play music. They're not thinking about the marketing aspect of it, the fact that marketing requires, photos, videos, all of these other aspects that start coming into play. And really the only way to stay 100% do it yourself is to be willing to learn all those other aspects of it and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And that can be a challenge too. And really dividing your time between all of those things while still trying to put out the best music you can. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Without the strong material, the rest of will never fall in place, so.
Yep, I think I'd agree with that. And anybody who's listening right now that is thinking of joining a band or is in a band at the starting stages, listen up to that, because our show is really geared towards the musician and getting advice, so that's a really good
My personal opinion, get used to not sleeping much.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, speaking of that specifically, I was just because I also direct and edit our own music videos, and I was up. I did like almost an all-nighter last night before I went to work to edit a music video, So yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm working on doing
like
the
you
same
said, like
thing.
no sleep.
Yes.
It's just like, and this was after a show. It's been a crazy couple weeks.
Well, I'm excited to see that video.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are definitely excited. We do the same thing. You're kind of talking to two people that are very used to all-nighters.
Yeah, I pretty much do all of my band's videos, photos, everything that we've got going on at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like it's essential. I mean it's and it's fun to do that stuff, but it also is very can be stressful, you know.
Correct.
Sure.
When you're making those creative choices and it's also like a business part. It's like you know,
it needs to get done.
It needs to get done. It's just different, but it's also cool. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy that aspect of being independent, you know.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, here's a question. What do you think about online music sharing? Do you ever give your music away for free, and why would you not?
We have actually. We also allow a lot of our music streaming for free. For us, it's all about exposure right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
We can't really rely on income for it. We'd rather it get into as many ears as possible. So yeah, I think it's an important part, at least in the beginning stages or even more advanced stages. You always want people to hear the music, and if money is the barrier, sometimes you got to knock those barriers down.
I like that answer.
I do like that answer, but I refuse to not take something. I don't care if it's lint, ketchup packet. They have to give me something because she laughs, but she knows I'm not kidding. When we go on tour, we will not give anything out for free. So if somebody's like, well, I only got $1, all right, we'll take $1. Or I've only got 10 cents. Okay, we'll take 10 cents. That way, at least you're not putting off that perspective of giving things for free.
Yeah, and that's a very good point too. Sometimes that can tarnish the value of the music and the time spent making that music if you're just kind of handing it out. So there's definitely that aspect too.
Yeah. I think we try to be. We always try to encourage people to buy physical copies of our music, but we do want people to enjoy it. We do want to expose ourselves to new fans and
Mm-hmm.
or to new possible fans, and so it's one of those things like. But you're right. You don't want to say, oh, I don't care. Here it is for free. We don't care at all.
Yeah.
You care, but you also want to be,
Yeah.
make sure you're getting the right exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you guys, and I think it's very situational. So you just got to gauge the situation, because...
Well, I mean, it's practically giving it away for free for 10 cents. I mean, that's kind of the joke. And 90% of the time when we make that joke and we kind of tell them, anything, I don't care. We'll literally say, give us lint out of your pocket, give us something. They usually actually end up giving us more than we had anticipated.
And usually they're on tour when they're doing this too.
And we're kind of, out in the middle of Michigan with no money.
So yeah, that makes a big, the situational thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the situation that
when
I'm
you're
trying to refer
2,000 miles
to.
away from home with absolutely no gas.
Right.
10 cents is a lot.
Sometimes it's gauging a person too, especially when you're interacting
Exactly.
with them, face to face. Yeah, if this person's, you're going to create a fan by giving them one piece of music, and they're going to be there to support you for the rest of your career.
Totally.
That would totally be worth it.
Oh yeah, totally.
Cool. So, it's a fun question, and it's about your hobbies. What do you do outside of music to rejuvenate your creativity?
I like to fish.
Ah, very relaxing.
Yeah, it's something I got into pretty recently, but I've gone into it pretty heavily. Lots of good places out here too. So.
And you guys are out in the Chicago area, so I'm sure there's a lot of good places out there.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I like to. I think filmmaking is my other creative outlet next to the music making. So, and because I'll make music videos for other artists as well and other bands. Anyone really, hip hop too. I've done hip hop. So to me, that I enjoy that.
That's so cool.
Outside of making music.
It's all related to the arts.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. 100% right there with you.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I hope to keep on. If I'm not doing music, making films is my second goal.
That's cool.
I think we'll be staying in touch.
Yeah, no kidding. Because
Yes,
we have a production company. We do the films, and I do some directing plus photography, and I screenwrite. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Actually, gotta
Cool.
get the
Yeah.
digits after this phone
And you
call.
guys are putting out some of the same flyers. And one of you is named Phil, which is
we
my
were
brother's
meant
name.
to
I'm
meet.
down.
I swear, we were all meant to meet.
And
This
so
is
you said that you like to
destiny.
go fishing. I just got back from
he
fishing.
just got done coming back from
Oh,
a
what's that?
fishing trip.
Oh wow!
You guys are creeping me out
You
here.
have to come out to Chicago.
Come out to Chicago sometime, and then we'll hang out. And we'll
Oh, gladly.
and make some
fishing videos.
Make some fishing videos. I'm
Hell
sure
yeah.
they'll be really fun.
It's the Twilight Bubble Zone.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The bubble zone.
Yeah, the Bubbles
Bubble
Twilight.
Zone.
Run.
Wait,
I
have
don't
we
know.
made one for the Twilight Zone yet?
I don't think you did.
Now
no.
you need to.
I don't think so. All right, well now we have to.
You
I
just found one.
can't remember.
The bubble zone.
Like 60 of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be so funny. Okay, so we've got the whole entire album that's coming out tomorrow. Let me remind the listeners, coming out tomorrow, and it is self-titled. We have it here to play, and it's going to be on our rotation from now on. But what particular?
Sweet.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. So, what particular song would you like us to play off that album? And now we're talking to both of you, so one of you can choose a song. Hopefully, it's a different song. Maybe it'll be the same. But tell us why you're choosing that song for us to play for our listeners.
You mean other than our first single?
Yeah, we have the whole album. So go ahead and tell us what you want us to play.
If I were to make a suggestion, I would suggest a song called Humbaba. It's the second track off our album. I just think it's Cicada Arcade and Humbaba. Those two songs are probably our most how do I say our most ambitious songwriting we've done. It's unique and different. I think we want to make sure that gets across to our listeners that we're just we're trying to be as forward thinking as possible about our music.
Okay.
I will choose Wisco Disco or Wisconsin Discotheque. So basically, my wife would kill me if I didn't choose that song. No. She
Good
as
man.
soon as she heard it, she has always told me that she thought it would be a great single. I've gotten it from other people too that we've showed some of the songs to. So I guess we'll find out what people think.
Yes, we will. There you go, listeners. You better comment and tell us what you think of these songs. So is there anything else you guys like to add or promote, merchandise, sites, anything that you want to promote right now on the air?
Another music video is going to be coming.
We're dropping a music video
Probably tomorrow.
tomorrow.
actually.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming out to. I don't think to be like a single, but it'll be a music video, like a B side that we use to promote the album and merchandise. We're gonna have a bunch of merchandise online as well.
Mhm.
You can find it all on our website, bubbleserotica.com.
Sweet. Okay.
Hell yeah, guys.
So we're going to go ahead and play Cicada Arcade.
No.
Oh, no?
No, didn't you said that you
Or
wanted
who-
Humbaba.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure which one.
Yeah, Humbaba and Wisco Disco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. We'll play that. But
You could choose either of those songs. We will be fine with either of the choice.
okay.
Okay,
Should I-
we're playing Humbaba. I love that name.
I do know that there is a music video out for Cicada Arcade on their YouTube channel. So go ahead, listeners, go to their YouTube channel and subscribe to them. Hit that little bell so you get notifications when they put new stuff on. Tomorrow they will be dropping a self-titled album, Bubbles Erotica, May 9th. So definitely check that out. Go to their Facebook page. Also like and follow their page so you can get notifications. And you guys are going to go on tour, so definitely we'll be looking out for dates on that. That's so cool. So yeah, thanks for joining us tonight and having a great time with us on the show.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
No problem,
always-
guys, and definitely stay in touch, please.
Yes, stay in touch.
We will. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, have a good night.
You too.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go into Humbaba real quick, and then we're gonna go into Wisco Disco right after that. It's Wisco Disco, but Wisconsin Disco is what it stands for.
Yes.
So Wisco Disco and starting right now, Humbaba.